Welcome back to the channel. When I was told I needed dialysis, I had a lot of questions, but some of them felt awkward or uncomfortable to ask. The kind of questions you think about late at night but don't say out loud in the clinic. So in this video, I'm answering the questions I was afraid to ask before starting dialysis, based on my real experience. If you're in that same position right now, feeling anxious and uncertain, I hope this helps. Let's get into it. Question 1. Is dialysis going to take over my life? This was my biggest fear. I pictured my entire life revolving around treatment, losing all my independence, becoming defined by this one thing. The honest answer? Dialysis does change your routine. There's no sugarcoating that. But it doesn't take over your life. With peritoneal dialysis, especially overnight APD, you build dialysis around your life, not the other way around. Yes, I connect to a machine every night. Yes, I have morning and evening routines, but during the day, I'm free. I work, I see people, I do the things that matter to me. Once you get into a rhythm, once the routine becomes second nature, life keeps moving. You're not frozen in time, you're still living, just with support in the background. Question 2. Will I always feel tired? I worried I'd feel exhausted all the time, that dialysis would leave me drained and unable to do anything. That was a huge concern for me. But for me, daily PD actually helped stabilize my energy. Because it's happening every night, my body stays more balanced. I don't get the big crashes and spikes that some people experience with other types of dialysis. Now, let me be real. There are good days and slower days. Some mornings I wake up feeling strong. Other days I need to pace myself. But overall, I feel more consistent than I expected. And honestly, that consistency has been a gift. If you're worried about energy, know this: dialysis supports your body. It doesn't shut you down. It keeps you going.
Question 3. Can I still travel or leave the house? Yes, absolutely. But planning becomes important, and that's the part people don't always tell you. With PD, supplies can be delivered to where you're staying if your company operates in that area. If they don't, you're allowed to carry your supplies yourself, but you'll need to coordinate with your airline, your accommodation, and your PD travel nurse. Short trips, day trips, social outings, they're all very doable. I'm not housebound, I'm not locked in. You don't lose freedom, you just become more organised. You think ahead, you plan, and that becomes part of how you operate. It's not ideal, but it's manageable, and manageable is enough.
Question 4. What about my body and confidence? This one's tough to talk about, but it's real. The tube, the exit site, the feeling that your body has changed in a way that's visible, at least to you. At first it feels very present. You're aware of it constantly. You wonder if other people can see it. You adjust your clothing. You feel self-conscious. But over time, it becomes normal. Not invisible, but normal. You learn how to tuck the tube securely. You wear what makes you comfortable. And you start to realize that most people aren't looking at you the way you're looking at yourself. You're still you. You're still whole. You're just someone living with a treatment that keeps you alive and functioning. And there's no shame in that. None. If you're struggling with this, give yourself grace. It's okay to feel strange about it at first, but you will adjust. I promise. Question 5. Is dialysis as bad as people say? There's a lot of fear around dialysis, a lot of horror stories, a lot of people who say it's the worst thing that could happen to you. And I'm not going to pretend it's easy. It's not. It's a big adjustment. There are hard days. There are moments of frustration and grief. But here's the truth. Dialysis isn't the end. It's a support system. It's a bridge. It's something that gives you time. Time to live, time to plan, time to figure out your next steps, whether that's a transplant, a change in treatment, or just finding your new normal. Dialysis is not a death sentence. It's life support in the most literal sense. And for me, it's allowed me to keep going when my kidneys couldn't. So, is it as bad as people say? No, it's hard, but it's not the nightmare you might be imagining. So, those are the questions I was afraid to ask, the ones I carried quietly before I started dialysis. And if you're facing dialysis right now and carrying these same questions, I hope this gave you some clarity, some reassurance, and some honesty. You're not weak for asking these questions. You're not dramatic. You're human, and you deserve real answers. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more real talk about living with kidney disease. Drop your own questions in the comments. I read every single one. And if there's something you're still afraid to ask it anyway. This is a safe space. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. See you in the next one.